Howdy YouTube, and welcome to my very first video. This is a recap of the Lone Star Rallycross event from January 2019. I know, it's been a while since then. You're probably wondering, why did it take so long to upload this video?
I have crippling depression.
I had 3 on there yesterday.
One of the things I love most about Rallycross is the sheer variety of cars that we get out here. Also, sometimes people bring their dogs. But today, there are 33 drivers. They are split across 7 classes. We have the stock category, prepared category, and modified category for both 2-wheel and 4 all-wheel drive cars. There is also an X class for UTVs and things that make it through tech inspection but don't really fit into another category. And I think that really exemplifies the sort of get it through tech and just send it attitude to Rallycross that I love. Unfortunately, my car that I used for the 2018 season is in thousands of small pieces in my storage unit, and so I don't have it today. But fortunately, the good folks at Lone Star Rallycross, Brianne and Kevin, had a car for me to loan today, a cute NA Miata. I have previously owned a Miata, although it was an NB, and I am a huge fan of the car. Can't really go wrong with a lightweight FR drivetrain layout. This also had the added benefit of pop-up headlights. They go up, they go down, they're everyone's favorite. And I have yet to own a car with pop-ups on the bucket list. Up front, we had a just normal street tire. On the back, which we'll get to in a second, we have beefy rally tires. Pretty much all stock on the inside. The buttons on the steering wheel don't do anything, unfortunately. After all the competitors had gotten their cars set up and, you know, everyone was getting ready, Brianne and Kevin called all the drivers trackside for a mandatory drivers meeting and corner working.
So basically, don't hit the cones. And at the end of the day, the person with the lowest time wins. And so if you add time, you see how that doesn't go in your favor?
Also, when you come through the finish line, you need to get into the brakes out of the gas and come in here slowly. There's going to be kids walking around, dogs and whatnot, plus sometimes the grid might back up and we don't want anybody to run into the back of someone's car. So the adrenaline's going to be running high when you come through the finish line, so just get out of the gas and go slow. The only time you should ever be going fast here on the property is when you're on track. If you're driving around out here in the parking lot and stuff, 5 miles an hour at best. When you're out on course working, don't be talking and doing this with the flag, because that's somebody is going to be like, oh, I'm being flagged down, and you know, so keep them reeled up.
After the drivers meeting and the course working instructions, we had a full course walk. The amount of work that the guys and girls here at Lone Star Rallycross do to put this on for everyone is really incredible. If you live in Texas and have a chance to make it out to San Marcos, I highly recommend you check them out. I will leave a link to Lone Star Rallycross in the description of this video.
You have a drag race. If you come in way over here and you have to do this up, you'll never make up for the speed you'll carry here.
Out of the 33 drivers today, they split us into 2 groups. While one group drives, the other group works the course. Unfortunately, I was in the second run group to go today, so I had to work the corners before I got my chance behind the wheel. Here is a parade lap of all the drivers in the first run group. after the parade lap was concluded, the drivers went out for their actual timed runs. In Rallycross, you get 5 runs, no mulligans, no redos. So every run has to count, and you've got to be quick and consistent through everything. I love that this guy was out here rocking with the top down. I bet he felt like such a king. This driver is actually our fastest for today, even picking up a penalty here. This car has to be best sounding of the day.
I'm running a premium exclusive because I drive a lot less. And
This driver here unfortunately picks up a penalty in the Infinity Drift area as well.
they're pretty straightforward motors as far as you want to learn them. We're they figured they could get one last before they were looking at about 10,000 street miles or something. He said they were between 4 to 6 grand.
Miata is always the answer. And then, just like that, it was my turn to pull the Miata into the staging area and get ready for my actual timed runs of the day. Here's a quick look at some of the competition. My run group, Modified 2, was the largest of the day with 13 cars, so we were almost the entirety of the second run group. Unfortunately, the GoPro camera I had was too complicated for me to figure out, and I forgot to record my first 2 runs. I was definitely not the fastest car on the track today. I had a fastest time of 60.188, whereas the fastest single lap for anyone else was, I believe, like 52.9. which was really fast in a 4-wheel drive car, but I was well behind the pace. The way this car was set up with the rippier tires on the back made it feel very prone to understeer, which didn't help me in exits like this one here coming up. But I did feel like it helped me from sliding the car around too much and picking up penalties, which ultimately saved my time in the end. I only picked up 1 penalty today. A little too much drama there. You can see I just have a lot of drama with the wheel going on constantly, which is just adding time to my run. Here's where I pick up my only penalty of the day. I feel like my saving grace out here today was my fastest time, like I said earlier, was a 60.188, and my slowest time was a 61.493. So I was able to keep all 5 of my laps very consistent. A lot of faster drivers in my class usually had one really bad lap, a spin out or something like that. This is my last lap. I'd like to give another plug for Lone Star Rallycross holding this event, letting anyone come out and drive. To be honest, I really wasn't impressed with my own performance out here today. Last season I had a couple of first place wins, so I was humbled a bit here today. Perhaps when I get back in my Volvo things will change. But I was able to squeak out with a 6th out of 13th in my class, which, you know, definitely not the result any racer wants, but it's better than being in double digits, I'd suppose. Out of all the drivers, I fittingly got a 17th out of 33. If you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, share it. If you don't, tell me what you don't like so I can change it. I'd love to make some more videos for you guys. I have some karting footage that I'm trying to put together for next week. So let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll be back to you guys shortly.